In this video, we'll show you how to restore or load an Access Server configuration on a Docker container using backup files. This process can be used to recover an existing Access Server or to migrate to a new Docker-based Access Server installation. To follow along with the step-by-step instructions, visit our website at openvpn.net, then click on Resources, then select Tutorials, and navigate to the Configuration section. There, you'll find a guide titled How to Restore Access Server Configuration on Docker. Before you begin, make sure you have the following: backup configuration files, an installed Access Server where you'll restore the backup, root access to the system. A word of caution: restoring a backup will completely overwrite the current Access Server configuration. You cannot merge configuration files from one server with another. Make sure this is what you want to do before proceeding. While creating backups can be done while the Access Server is running, restoring a backup on a new Docker installation must be done with the Access Server container turned off. In this video, we assume you already have a Docker-based Access Server installation where you'd like to restore the backup. We will guide you through stopping the Access Server container, restoring the backup, and then restarting the container. One important note here is that when using the command examples in this tutorial, replace data folder with the actual directory where your Access Server configuration files are stored in your Docker installation. If you're unsure what the data folder is, you can run this command to find out. For example, when I run this on my machine, the data folder is set to OpenVPN AS, so that's what I'll use in the backup and restore commands. Before we begin, let's take a look at our newly installed Access Server running on Docker. As you can see, there are no users, no groups, and all settings are at their default, such as the password lockout policy and session timeout. So now we're going to restore the configuration that was previously backed up from another Access Server. I have already copied my backup files to this new Access Server. Next step is to run these commands to stop the Access Server container, restore the backup files, and start the container again. Let's copy them and run them here. And here we go. These commands will restore your Access Server configuration on your Docker. Now let's log back in and verify that our Access Server was successfully restored. As you can see, our users are back. The groups have been restored, and the lockout and timeout policies are no longer set to their default values. Some additional tips that I can add here: if you're using PAM authentication, keep in mind that user passwords are stored in the operating system, not in the Access Server configuration. They will not be included in the backup. If you encounter file transfer errors using WinSCP, it might be due to insufficient permissions. Try connecting via SCP and set the shell option to sudo sudash for proper access. If you're using Access Server's clustering feature, your configuration data is stored in a separate MySQL type database. In that case, you don't need to follow the same backup and restore steps. Instead, set up a new node, add it to the cluster, and then remove the old one.